So what the heck is a go-to-market engineer? So in this video, I'll be revealing how go-to-market engineer as a role has transformed the go-to-market strategy. And I'll be deep diving and breaking down exactly how companies are leveraging the go-to-market engineer and go-to-market engineering agencies to automate their workflows, replace SDR teams, and make millions and millions of dollars doing it, right? So you'll learn how high leverage AI and automation systems that like the go-to-market engineers are building. You'll also find out how one person can actually replace entire SDR teams and why it's this actually works in 2025, and also why you need to modernize your go-to-market systems. Now you're probably thinking, who is this guy? My name is David Walker-Dobson. I run my own go-to-market engineering company, and we build signal and intent-based growth systems for B2B SaaS companies and agencies, right? And I've built a few different and various go-to-market systems, cybersecurity companies, local niche marketing agencies, creative agencies in the UK, and also other high-ticket B2B service providers in the US and the UK as well. And the reason why I'm creating these videos is to help as many companies as possible build modern go-to-market systems, and that are powered by AI, they're automated and signal-based and intent-based. Because at the end of the day, if you're not doing these things in 2025, good luck in 2026. So you need to make a start now. Now, this video is for RevOps leaders who are ready to actually evolve their existing organization, for founders, CROs, and CMOs, scaling lean teams, or just looking to scale a team in general, and any B2B SaaS company and agency as well. So let's get into it. All right. So why now? Why is this an important discussion to have now? Why should we be learning about the go-to-market engineer, and why should we be implementing these kind of modern-based, intent-based, and signal-based systems into our go-to-market motions? Now, in today's go-to-market landscape, teams are drowning in complexity. Sales and marketing organizations are juggling dozens of different SaaS tools, CRMs, outbound platforms, enrichment platforms, chatbots, analytics, content engines. It's a mess. And each of these tools solves a very, very important piece of the puzzle. So sometimes you can't just remove every single tool and just rely on one. It's almost impossible. And because it's very rare to find this perfect one tool that can serve all your needs. But the average go-to-market stack on top of this, as I already just said, it includes 15 to 25 vendors across multiple departments. And this creates confusion. It creates an environment where data is not accurate, it might be outdated. It creates an environment where processes are inconsistent and opportunities are actually regularly missed. So how do you actually centralize that stack? How do you make sense of it? How do you build a cohesive revenue engine that and that's the number one challenge right now, like in 2025. This is where SaaS companies and B2B companies across the world, they're scratching their head thinking how can we solve this? And the reality is there's too many tools. There are too many tools, and then there's not enough ownership around the whole tech stack. Technically, RevOps owns it, but they're not executing on it. Right? They're not building the integrations. They're not building the automations. They're not even executing strategy. Sometimes it's all managed by different people as well. So on top of this, right? So on top of the confusion of tools, now we have AI, and it's fundamentally changed the way we do work. I talk to ChatGPT every single day. When it comes to work-related stuff, right? I'm not, going to for personal issues, but we're now entering this era where tasks like lead routing, content generation, personalization, qualification, and even outreach can be fully automated. Humans don't need to touch it no more, apart from running it and setting up the engine. I hope you get what I mean here. All we need is someone just to kind of stitch these systems together. So the challenge isn't access to tools or AI. It's the orchestration, it's the design of a system that is acting as an engine. Because everyone has access to ChatGPT, OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, Grok on Twitter. Everyone has access to these tools and automation tools like NAN, Make, and Zapier, and so on. But few have the know-how to implement and use these technologies in a way that truly replaces manual headcount and increases revenue at the same time, and gets the most out of your existing employees. So the old way is very people driven. Say if you just raised money, the first thing is cool. We need to hire a team of SDRs to distribute our messaging. That's the old playbook. More SDRs, more marketers, more RevOps. But that you don't need to do that no more. I would argue the first thing you do when you raise money, you buy inboxes, right? You buy loads and loads of inboxes because that's how you build your infrastructure for cold email, and that's how you now distribute your messaging. Maybe you hire a few SDRs, but it's not for the same type of work. So the new way is to build an automated system and to be system driven. So now organizations that actually will win in 2025 and beyond, they're designing intelligent workflows. They're designing a RevOps like automation that removes all kind of the redundant labor, and they deploy AI to distribute their messaging and to score leads and so on. Now, how do you do this? This is where the go-to-market engineer comes in, or the go-to-market engineering agency, or the clay agency, whatever you want to call it. And this is a new kind of operator who understands both the systems and the strategy. They understand both. They understand they are technical, and they also understand the strategy, and they can turn all the chaos into a high performing automated pipeline. That's the whole purpose. The implementers. So let's go into more detail. What does it mean to be a go-to-market engineer? So go-to-market engineer is it's a new operator. It's only been built. The term go-to-market engineer was introduced because of Clay. Now, Clay is a RevOps platform, a very, very powerful RevOps platform. The best way I can describe it's an automation platform that allows you to aggregate and combine all of your tools together. So every single kind of SaaS application that you're using to run your go-to-market motion, you can put into this one like engine, which is Clay, and basically build your workflows, execute outbound sequences, all and run over your campaigns. You can score leads all from this one place, and this tool has given rise to the title, the role of go-to-market engineer. So someone who combines, as I said earlier, the strategic side of things and the technical execution to drive revenue without needing to drive headcount. So like I said, if I was a SaaS or even a B2B team, my first thing would be to get someone that was a go-to-market engineer, or hire an agency that is a go-to-market that has that skill set, right? And the kind of the role itself sits in between revenue, automation, and systems. It's a mixture of all of them. So in essence, instead of managing people to run the process, to call a million people, to email a million people, instead the go-to-market engineer will build the system to automate emailing millions of people. So, and like automating CRM cleaning, automating qualification, and so on and so on, freeing up everyone's time that's involved in revenue so they can spend more time on high value work and like driving more revenue for the business. Okay. And the whole goal, in my opinion, the way I envision the modern go-to-market system is to build something like this. So here we have our traffic sources. Traffic can come from so many different places: LinkedIn, webinars, events, paid ads, cold outbound, content marketing. And then we also have our data capture. So if we have people going to the website, we can de-anonymize them. They may have opt-in forms, maybe like in the DMs on LinkedIn, positive responses from campaigns, newsletters, and so on and so on and so on. Now, all of this data that we're capturing, we push into one place, which, well, once upon a time, it'd be the CRM. Obviously, you can have your basic scoring systems and stuff, but now first, it's actually the wrong direction. But first, it would go into Clay. Then Clay would be where we have our scoring and research engine. And Clay will then either disqualify or qualify the leads, research the leads, make sure that the CRM is clean, and so on. And this would be a continuous process that's happening automatically. So in essence, an SDR never ever has to update a field within the CRM in terms of like data quality and stuff, because Clay will be doing it for you. Then say, like, for example, you run a cold outbound campaign, we now get a positive response. We put that positive response into Clay. We make sure that they're within ICP and we can work with them. We update the CRM to say that we've had a positive response and we have an engaged lead. Then if the lead is a tier 1 lead, they can be sent to an SDR to cold call. If not, we continue engaging them with cold email and so on and so on. Similarly, say if we have a webinar, a part of the webinar, we had an opt-in form, they opted in, we pushed them into Clay, we score them, we update the CRM. Once again, we score the leads and then we distribute to wherever they need to go here. This is the kind of work that a go-to-market engineer would do. They are basically automating all of this, right? And sometimes automating the data capture as well. So like this would be done by using like a tool like B2B, which go-to-market engineer could help you implement. And then we also have our backend systems. This is thing like automating pre-call and post research, automating lead nurturing, personalization, automating personalized pitch decks, and just CRM cleaning and updates. So once again, this would be done here. It would be done here inside Clay. So these are the kind of things. This is like what a modern base go-to-market system would look like, just like in process in that form. But I do just want to cover and show you some systems. So all of these systems are done inside Clay. So the first one is just a very, very basic scraping system, right? So this, you would get your list of accounts, you'd put them inside the Clay, you'd then scrape them, and then once you've got this data, you own it, which is fantastic. And then you can start running this data, like into AI and asking it, like, is it within ICP? Summarize what they do. Has it got any case studies on the front page, and so on and so on and so on. The next system is like data segmentation and personalization. So for this one I use DeepSeek, but you could do this with all the very, very popular LLMs, whether it's Claude, Anthropics, or ChatGPT or GPT by OpenAI. And in essence, what we did here, this table is a lot more detailed because we did some personalization as well, but this is like just some generic cleanup. So just making sure that the role, the title of the lead is clean, and also some segmentation. So as you can see here, this is the CEO. So then a leadership role, like a generic leadership role. This is the chief technology officer. So they got ops and tech. This is business development manager or something like that. So they got sales and marketing, and so on and so on. So AI can be very, very powerful in segmenting your list, and giving you a better understanding at scale. Like you can do this with hundreds or like thousands and thousands of rows at the same time without lifting a finger. So very powerful stuff. The final one I just wanted to cover here is an RSS feed, an article analysis kind of tool. Now this is how you can start looking at like building your evergreen campaign. So you'd set this up once and it would just run forever and distribute your message to the right people at the right time. So this one was just tracking RSS feeds, tracking cybersecurity blogs that are posting about breaches, and then would scrape these articles, see if it was about a cybersecurity attack, and see if the victims was mentioned. So in this case, Victoria's Secret was sadly a victim of a breach, and they were mentioned, and so on and so on. And then you can either reach out to Victoria's Secret directly, which I wouldn't recommend, but it's better to make a lookalike list with like a tool like Ocean, and then reach out to other companies that are within the niche and basically say, look, I don't know if you saw, but Victoria's Secret just got breached. Can we assist you? Something like that. Just because there's kind of relevance there, and industry relevance and like topical relevance as well. So very, very powerful system if executed properly. But these are the kind of systems that a go-to-market engineer would build, or someone like myself could build for you for my agency. So if you need a go-to-market engineer, I would argue it's actually better to hire the whole engine itself. Hiring go-to-market engineering talent is very, very hard because the ideal candidate needs to be a sales strategist, automation expert, full stack operator, and all of these things together. It's very hard to come by. And most candidates, they either know sales or the tech, very rarely both. Some of them never written a cold email copy that actually gets replies. They don't understand the structure, organizational structures or a revenue team. They haven't shipped outbound sequences. It's very hard to find people that have done all of these things together, right? So the solution is I run my own go-to-market engineering agency or agency or outbound company, however you want to call it, or go-to-market agency, whatever you want to call it. And we design and run these modern-based go-to-market systems that scale your pipeline and reduce the need for additional hires for you guys, right? So we can build you SDR automations, cold emailing systems, LinkedIn automation systems, AI-driven outbound workflows. We can clean your CRM, and just basically build you the way go-to-market is approaching in 2025 and beyond, and just build you a proper signal and intent-based go-to-market system. Now, if you want more meetings on your calendar, if you want more leads that are ready to buy, um, let's talk. So book a strategy call on my calendar. I'll leave it in the description. I'd love to hear about what you're doing with your product, or your service, and I'd love to show you what's possible with how we're now designing go-to-market systems at my company. Apart from that, though, thank you for watching. Love you lots, and have an amazing day. Thank you.